Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group C and we are going to present our group project for STA 104. So this is our group members for Group C. My name is Azibi Ahmad and there is Farizato Azwad, Farid Shukail and Muhammad Hakimi. So the topic that we are going to present is based on our survey. The topic of the survey is types of gadgets used by UiTM students. So in short, our group were conducting a survey. So our topic is types of gadgets used by UiTM JC students. The survey is being done for 2 weeks by sharing the Google form. We share the Google form to all the platforms in social media like WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, etc. The reason why we want to do this topic because we want to determine or we want to know what types of gadgets that are mostly used or the mostly common by UiTM JSN student. So the objectives of the survey is to find out the types of gadgets used by UiTM JSN students, to find out the reasons why they bought the gadget, to find out how much money is spent by students to buy the gadgets, and the last one is to find out the number of gadgets owned by each student.
Okay, now we go to the sampling data. In this study, certified random sampling is the sampling method we employ. According to some characteristic, the sample is divided into groups referred to as strata in this sampling procedure, and samples are then taken from each group. Our sample for this experiment was limited to students at the UiTM Melaka campus Jasin. In addition, we employed systematic sampling. We must first number each topic in the population for this sampling method before choosing every subject. Next, we go to the calculation. The calculation K equal to capital N refer as number of population divided to small n. The small n refer to number of sample. K equal to 992 divided by 31, and the answer is 32. Therefore, we will choose one individual as our sample out of every 32 people. First responder is taken from responder number 1. Second responder is taken from responder number 33, and so on until we have 31 responders.
Okay, for the data collection method, original information obtained for a particular purpose is referred to as primary data. It indicates that someone obtained directly from the original source. Primary sources offer unfiltered data and first-hand proof. Interview transcript, statistical data, and artistic creations are a few examples. Surveys, focus groups questionnaires, and interviews are all types of primary research, both qualitative and quantitative, because it is frequently impartial and gathered straight from the original source. Primary data is very trustworthy. Additionally, it provides current information about the research topic, and the data collected is more accurate than secondary data. All this starts with one data collection method which called MET questionnaire. We distribute the Google form to our sample, UiTM Jasin, and create a series of straightforward and easy to understand questions for other young people. We divided for 4 parts of questions, which the part 1 is about background information and need to answer the question honestly. In part 2, we put several question information about personal gadgets that they have. In part 3, we ask about the reason that they buy, and lastly, part 4 about their views on the best brand to buy.
Hi, my name is Farid Shukail, and now we move on to the data analysis and result. So the first data that we will go is gender. As we can see on the pie chart, most of our respondents are male, which cover up around 71%, while 39% from the pie are female. Okay, now to the gender. From the bar chart, we can see that most of our respondents were aged between 18 to 24, which cover up around 96.8%. And the least age of our respondent in this questionnaire is between 25 to 30, with only one respondent, which cover up around 3.2%. Now we will go to the semester. Okay, we can see the majority of our respondents are students from semester 4, which is 23 students. Okay, there's a lot. Follow up by semester 5 with 5 students. And the last one is semester 3 with only 3 students. Okay, so the question in our questionnaire is, how many gadgets do you own? Okay, from the bar chart, we can see that majority of students have 3 gadgets, with which is 58.1%. And then 10 students have 2 gadgets, and the last one, followed by 3 students, have more than 3 gadgets. So we can see no student have only one gadgets.
Next, we go to the what type of the gadget do you have? From the result, most of the students have smartphone and laptop, with both of them have 30 and 26 students. Smartwatch is the least gadget that students have, with only 2 respondents. Then we go to the reason students bought the gadget. Most of the students buy the gadget for study purpose, which is 60%. The least reason is for gaming purpose is 10%.
Okay, so which brand is the best to buy the gadget? Okay, based on this graph, we can see the Apple is the brand with the most respondent with 15 students. Meanwhile, 4 lowest brands get only 1 respondent. Okay, now we talk about the money spent to buy the gadget. So based on this graph, we can see the most of the students with 19 students spend their money above RM 2000 to buy the gadgets. Meanwhile, less than RM 1000 is the amount spent by respondents to buy their gadgets only with only 2 students. Okay, last but not least, for conclusion of our group assignment, we can conclude that this survey is conducted by us to determine what types of gadget that are mostly used by UiTM Jasin students. Data method collection that we are using to collect the data is called MEL questionnaire. This method is being done by distributing Google Form that we create and giving the straightforward and easy to understand questions for other students in UiTM Jasin. So that's all from us for this group assignment. Thank you.